Hi, this is Jane from Train with Jane Pilates in Cairns, and we're going to do a magic circle class. For this class, we're going to start off lying down, holding the circle between our hands, our fingers and thumbs on the outside pointing up towards the ceiling. We're just going to spend just a second here in constructive rest, letting the shoulders soften. And then as we inhale, we're going to glide the circle overhead. As we exhale, glide the circle forward. As we glide overhead, we roll into our pinky finger. As we glide forward, we roll into the thumb. So we're just getting ready for the class, just finding our humeral head placement and our breath. Next, we're just holding the circle still above the chest, starting to move the eyes, tongue, and chin. Inhale, gliding the eyes, tongue, and chin up. Exhale, gliding the eyes, tongue, and chin down. I'm just practicing a few rounds of that skull glide. And when you're ready, as you bring your eyes, tongue, and chin down, you can curl up into an abdominal curl or a chest lift, then rolling back down through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. Exhale as you curl up. Inhale as you curl down. Now we're going to hold the circle still and just roll our feet in, rolling into the base of the big toe as we roll the thigh bones in and tilt the pubic bone up for a pelvic tilt. Then letting the pelvis roll down, rolling thigh bones out into the little toe. Exhale as you tilt the pubic bone up. Inhale as you roll back down. Just practicing a few pelvic tilts here, just getting some nice flexion through the lumbar spine. And then we're going to add in a chest lift. So we're doing a C curve lying down as you exhale, tilting the pelvis, bringing the eyes, tongue, chin down, going into that flexion pattern. As you inhale, coming back down. Now we'll take one foot into dorsiflexion and sliding your heel away from you to straighten the leg. Repeating on the other side. Ready for our roll up. Take a breath in As you exhale, eyes, tongue, chin down, rolling into the thumbs, curling up into a C curve. Inhale at the top, curling forward, and as you exhale, rolling back down, vertebrae by vertebrae. I'm now adding in a little back extension at the top just because it feels good, turning my roll up into a nice spinal wave. After your next roll up, just pause at the top in long sit. Place the circle down for a moment and put your hands across your chest. Try to lengthen through your spine, let your sit bones rest on the mat. And just shifting your ribs and your collarbones side to side, just starting to get a little bit of sideways movement through the upper back. And just going into a variation of seated spine twist. Sachet, spiral the spine, take the circle around with you. And as you rotate round, you think of the circle as like a steering wheel, and you're going to turn the circle a little bit as well. As in, the top hand rolls over the circle, the bottom hand rolls under the circle, to just encourage rotation in the upper back and the ribs. Going into a seated version of one of the first exercises we did, as we inhale, bringing the circle up, exhale, bringing the circle down. On the way up, pressing into the little finger, eyes, tongue, chin up. On the way down, rolling into the thumb. Moving with the breath. Just place the circle to the side and bring your hands behind your body, wider than your shoulders, fingertips pointing forward. Slide the feet in. Take a breath in. As you exhale, lift the hips up off the mat, rolling through the spine, coming into table. Inhale at the top, exhale as you roll down, vertebrae by vertebrae. After your last one here, slide your legs back out straight and pick up the circle again. Thumbs and fingers on the outside pointing forward. And take a breath in. As you exhale, roll back onto your pelvis and float one leg at a time up so that you're in teaser position with the knees bent. And from here, we're just going to do some rotation with the upper body. So just rotating side to side with the circle. And you might do 5 to 10 to each side. And then we're going to rotate the lower body. Inhale as you rotate the legs to one side. Exhale back to center. And you might do 5 to 10 of those, and then we'll do both. As the legs rotate one way, the arms rotate the other. After your last rotation here, just hold at the center, still with the legs in the air if you can. And you're going to just loop the circle over your feet so that the circle comes up around your thighs, and then loop the circle back over. So you're threading your legs in and out of the circle while you're in your teaser position. And you can do 5 to 10 of these. Then you can lower the legs down with control and just rolling down and rolling up into extension. Just one nice little roll down there. And when you get to the top, just turn to face me and come into Z-sit or mermaid position. So I've got my right shin facing forward and my right hand on the circle. With my left hand, I'm just going to raise my arm, just do a nice little wave here, shifting the ribs across for the first one, and then after that going into a nice side bend. From here, I'm going to bring the back leg forward, roll onto my pelvis with my legs up and my hands behind. I've just popped the circle around my thighs. Have my heels together, my toes and knees turned out, and I'm just exhale, rolling the thigh bones in, inhale, rolling the thigh bones out into the circle. Do 10 or so here, and then I'm just going to do some frogs. Place the circle on the other side now, just raising the right arm, shifting the ribs across, And when you're ready, coming over into that nice side bend. Placing the circle to the side for a moment, coming around into 4-point kneeling, knees under hips, toes tucked under, hands wider than shoulders and in front of the shoulders for cat-cow. Exhale, going into a C-curve, rolling into the thumbs. Inhale, articulate the spine, reaching your heart forward and up, coming into extension. After 5 to 10 cat-cows, come to lie on your belly, hands outstretched with your hands on the outside of the circle. And we'll just do a few nice scapular glides here, reaching the circle forward as the shoulder blades slide up, rolling into the little fingers as the shoulder blades slide down. And we'll go from here into a nice back extension, roll into the little fingers, elongating the spine, lifting the heart. As you inhale, exhale, lowering back down for 5 to 10 reps. Option to also raise the legs here, maybe also holding the legs up, holding the chest up, and doing some flutter kicks. And from here, we'll just press back into 4-point kneeling, pressing the toes down and the heels back to float the knees up, coming up into pike. Walking hands to feet or feet to hands. And finishing off by rolling up through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae to standing.